Hello, welcome to the Mark Janard Show, the cybersecurity show. Now, Google needs to get this right. They launched Gemini Ultra Plus, but it was formerly barred. So they have to get this right. And I'm going to break it down in this story. So without further ado, let's get right into it. We're going dark. In the biggest mass market AI launch yet, Google is rolling out Gemini, its family of large language models, almost all of its products, from Android to iOS, Google App to Gmail to Docs and more. You can now get your hands on Gemini Ultra, the most powerful version of the model, for the first time. Now, Google is also sunsetting Bard, its ChatGPT rival. Bard, which has been powered by a version of Gemini since December, will now be known as Gemini 2. Now, ChatGPT released a Microsoft-backed OpenAI just 14 months ago, changed people's expectations of what computers could do. Google, which has been racing to catch up ever since, unveiled its Gemini family of models in December. There are multi-modal large language models that can interact with you via voice, image, and text. Google claimed that its own benchmarking showed Gemini outperforming GPT-4 on a range of standard tests, but the margins were slim. By baking Gemini into its ubiquitous tools, Google is hoping to make lost ground and even overtake its rival. Here's a statement: every launch is big, but this one is the biggest yet. CISO, which is the Google's vice president and general manager of Google Assistant, and Bard, which is now Gemini. This was said in a press conference a little while ago. Now here we have another statement. We think this one is one of the most profound ways that we're going to advance our company's mission. That's another statement. But some will have to wait longer than others to play Google's new tools. The company has announced rollouts in the US and East Asia, but said nothing about the Android and iOS apps will come to the UK, the EU, and Switzerland. This may be because the company is waiting for the EU's new AI Act to be set in stone, says Dragos, which is a Romanian politician and member of the European Parliament, who is a key negotiator on the law. Please take a moment to hit the subscribe button. Please take a moment to hit the subscribe button. Here's a statement. We are working with local regulators to make sure that we are abiding by local regime requirements before we can expand. And here's another statement. Rest assured, we are absolutely working on it, and I hope we'll be able to announce expansion very, very soon. So how can you get it? Gemini Pro, Gemini's Google's middle tier model that has been available via Bard since December, will continue to be available for free on the web at gemini.google.com instead of bard.google.com. But now there is a mobile app as well. If you have an Android device, you can either download the Gemini app or opt in to an upgrade in Google's Assistant. And iOS users simply download the Google app, which will now include Gemini. This will let you call up Gemini in the same way that you use Google Assistant by pressing the power button, swiping from the corner of the screen, or saying, "Hey, Google." This brings up a Gemini overlay on your screen where you can ask it questions or give it instructions about whatever on your phone at the time, such as summarizing an article or generating a caption for a photo. Finally, Google is launching a paid-for service called Gemini Advanced. This comes bundled in a subscription costing $19.99 a month that the company is calling the Google One Premium AI plan. It combines the perks of the existing Google One Premium plan, such as the 2 TB of extra storage, with access to Google's most powerful model, the Gemini Ultra, for the first time. This will compete with OpenAI's offering, where for $20 a month, ChatGPT Plus buys you access to GPT-4 rather than GPT 3.5. At some point, Google did not say exactly when, this subscription will also unlock Gemini across Google's workspace, apps like Docs, Sheets, and Slides, where it works as a smart assistant similar to the GPT-powered Copilot that Microsoft is trailing in Office 365. So where can you get it? The free Gemini app powered by Gemini Pro is available today in English in the US. Starting next week, you'll be able to access it across the Asia Pacific region in English and in Japanese and Korean. But there's no word on when the app will come to the UK. So that's what I had for you in this story. Please take a moment to subscribe. Please hit the notification bell. I appreciate your viewership. Please share this content and stay safe. See you on the next video.